Hey guys, John here with Sticky Rice Studios, and today we're going to be reviewing the Peter McKinnon Nomatic Collaboration Camera Bag in 2025. Now this was a backpack that I picked up about a year ago, and I originally was going to do a unboxing video, and then I was going to do a 6 months after review video, and then maybe later do another review on it and see how it holds up. Now, obviously I didn't do that, and then I went to Hawaii with it. And then I did a bunch of other things. It's my go-to camera bag right now, and I never made a review on it, so that's what I want to do today. I'm going to take all my stuff out of it and kind of give you a breakdown of what I think about the bag, outside and inside, the build quality, durability, and obviously all the pockets because they're pretty great. So let's get into this review. But first, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you want to see more reviews like this, please let me know. And also, what other questions may you have about video? I'm happy to answer any questions anyone may have in the comments or make videos about those comments as well. So, we'll see you soon, and let's get into this review. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is durability and look. Now, let's be honest. A black backpack, it doesn't really get much better than that. There's nothing crazy about it. It's just a bag. It's pretty sleek, minimalistic, and honestly, I'm kind of a fan of it. Now, another thing that I do want to note is it's not overly labeled or branded. You've got this main little Peter Nomatic signature with the Nomatic logo or the stamp of Nomatic. But other than that, there's not much there's literally no branding on it whatsoever, which is very nice because I'm not someone that likes big brands on a shirt or as I'm wearing a Crunch hoodie. But regarding that fact, I didn't want something that just stuck out and kind of like looked extremely like a camera bag. And that's not really what this gives off, which is very nice. Now, the second part about how it's designed are the water bottle pockets. Honestly, they're pretty nice. They're pretty big, which I'm a big fan of because I have big water bottles like this, tumblers, and honestly, I didn't know if these were going to fit okay in the bag. But luckily they do. They fit really snug. And also that comes with another issue that I thought I was going to have, and that's because the pockets kind of are made of mesh. Now, over time, if I'm using these big pockets for 40-ounce water bottles, they're gonna rip, right? Well, I haven't had an issue with them, and I've been stuffing these full for about a year now. Now, I'm actually quite surprised with how durable these are. Honestly, this is something that should have ripped forever ago, but they've been good. Now, the next part of this bag that I want to talk about are the pockets. One of the more important things about bags like this is what can it hold. Now, I use my mini Mac basically every single day for video editing, and I'm able to slide it right into this pocket in the back, which is very nice. It's very solid, and I don't feel like I'm gonna ever break it while it's on my back or I'm setting it down. The next pocket that you want to feature is the top one, which is right here. Right now I have some chargers and a notebook in there. I guess I could have cleaned it out for the video, but that's how lazy I am today. Basically, it's enough to store a stuffed hoodie if you needed to. It's not the biggest pocket, but it's nice to have. It's nice to separate some of your stuff that you can't either fit in the pockets in the bottom part of this, or you just want something easily be able to unzip, take it out, and head on your way. If anything, sometimes I could put my SD cards in here, or typically when I'm on shoots, I like to put my audio recording stuff in the top just so it's separate from everything else. That includes my Zoom, my studio mic, some XLR cables, and whatever else that I kind of want to put in the top part. Now, one of the things that I was thinking about when buying this bag is 25 liters going to be enough for all my camera gear if I'm going to a shoot with 2 cameras, some lenses, and everything that I need for video? The quick answer for a backpack, yes. Like I said, I'm able to put my laptop into the back, and then with the divider kit that I purchased, which is only about $30 more, which is kind of dumb that it just comes open. There's nothing in there if you don't have the divider kit, which is dumb. But anyways, I got the divider kit, and I'm able to put both of my cameras, the FX3 and the A7 III, into a pocket. Now you can even fit a 7200 lens in there as well as another lens. Personally, I have the 24-70 Sigma 2.8 lens, which I pair up with my 7200 2.8 lens if I'm doing an interview. But I'm able to stick both of those in there as well as the two camera bodies. And then gaffer's tape. I always have a few tools and multi-tools, and then I can put my SD cards in there. Basically, I can stuff this bag full, and I never feel like I'm running out of space unless I'm bringing something unusually large, and then I bring it in a different case. Now the bag also has two pockets, which I can put in my batteries. It's a good spot to store those. And then also I do like to put in any of my filters that I'm going to bring. I have a few Tiffin filters for ND or a Pro Black Mist filter, which I'm using right now. It's kind of my go-to filter lens. But other than that, it fits everything I could possibly need for a shoot, and I never have any issues with running out of room. Now, one of the things I wanted to note quickly about the outside part of the bag is how durable and also water resistant it is. Now, I haven't done a ton of filming in the rain or snow, but I have walked outside a few times here and there in the rain, and I've never had any of my equipment or any of the inside of the bag get wet, which is awesome. It's a great sign. But then I've also battled hikes with it and completely drenched in sweat, and it never got stained from the sweat, which is always really nice. And also the sweat never really stuck to the bag. So everything I'm saying pretty much is like, yeah, this is the greatest bag ever. Well, let me hold up real quick. So the one issue I have with the bag is the price. It's $299 for basically an open backpack. That's what you get for $299. You get the top compartment, and then you have an open bag, which is kind of depressing. Now, you can also buy the cubes that go in it. You can get 1 cube, 2 cubes, you can get divider kit, whatever you might want. I definitely recommend going with a divider kit just because it is a tiny bit cheaper. But this bag is super expensive, but yet again, I have never ran into an issue with it. So I guess it's an investment for those full-time filmmakers. If you're someone that's just starting out, I think you can definitely go a cheaper route with a bag that'll get you by, versus purchasing something as good as this bag. That's the only issue I have with it, is the price. I mean, $300 is crazy for a camera bag, for a bag. I mean, you can buy a second lens for that price on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, really, you got to think about what you're purchasing while starting up, and if this is something that have your eye on, think about your other gear that you have, what you might need over a camera bag. Because I've had 2 other cheap bags that have lasted me for this long, and also I should probably still be using those, but I decided to upgrade to a more durable, compact, and also stiffer bag. You know, I've brought this to Hawaii, and I've never had an issue with TSA, with them throwing stuff around when there's lenses in there. I mean, it's very heavy duty, even though it's not supposed to be heavy duty like a Pelican case. Now, the one thing that I do want to talk about with this bag as well is comfort. Comfortability is a big part of camera bags. You don't want to be putting all of this gear on your back and then just not being comfortable whatsoever while you're carrying maybe another case or something like that. Now, for me, I've taken this to the limit of the sky, a pretty tough hike in Hawaii, and I wore it with my camera gear in it and some other stuff, including a 40-ounce water bottle, and I never had a single issue with it. Now, while it was heavy, yes, of course it's going to be with that much stuff in it, it wasn't that uncomfortable, honestly. I was just sweating with how out of shape I was, and also just because there was extra weight that I was holding. Now, I think this is perfect for weekend trips or a week trip down the line if you're doing photography or video. Whatever side you're on, I think it's a perfect backpack for a more enthusiastic photographer or videographer. I don't think this is for the new filmmaker, but if you're more experienced, you have the money, and you want to upgrade, I definitely recommend it. Alright, so I'm going to do my final pros and cons for the Peter McKinnon camera bag, the 25-liter version. Honestly, there's a lot of pros, there's very few cons, but let's break it down. The first pro that I have is obviously the design. It's very sleek, minimalistic looking, and also it's water resistant and sweat resistant like I've showed previously. That's awesome. There's great pockets, including both sides have a water bottle pocket, and it's relatively big. If you're carrying a small water bottle, you might have to stuff it with some snacks or something just to make sure it doesn't fall out. But other than that, it's a pretty pro for me. And then the inside has great pockets, and then obviously you need the divider system if you want to have all these different areas protected and also just putting your gear in. So that's going to be the next pro. Moving on to the cons, the price. I mean, $2.99 for a camera bag is kind of crazy. Now, I felt kind of connected to this bag even before I bought it, just because Peter McKinnon is someone I watched growing up on YouTube University to learn about cameras and gear and audio, and everything that I know kind of came from him and the other YouTubers I followed. So I felt like this was my way of supporting someone that definitely didn't need the money, but someone that I look up to, and that's something that means a lot to me. While it is my camera bag, my go-to camera bag, it also has the Peter McKinnon name, obviously Nomatic as well. Now moving on to the other con is that it just comes with no dividers or cubes. You got to buy that separately. If you buy just the bag for $299, your gear is just going to be loose on shoots. Don't know why it was made like this. I guess it's more for a regular backpack. I don't know. But obviously you need to go with a divider kit. It's cheaper than the cubes. I'm sure the cubes have their own reasoning so you can take them out, but I can take the divider kit out as well. So not sure why there's that. So in 2025, the Peter McKinnon 25-liter backpack is going to be a yes for me. Obviously, this is my go-to bag, like I've said, and basically love. I wouldn't go anywhere without it. I use this for my daily commute trips to a coffee shop if I'm editing, or just here at home, regular shoots, whatever it may be. This will always be with me. Now, it does cost about 49 Starbucks coffees, which is definitely quite expensive. That's almost a year of coffee in a bag, but that's why I drink energy drinks. They're a little cheaper, probably not as good for you, but whatever. So that's going to be it for the review today. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I didn't miss anything that I, didn't remember. But either way, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope to see you again for another video. Let me know what you think. What kind of camera bag do you have? And do you have a Peter McKinnon Nomatic backpack? And what do you guys think about the build quality? Anyways, that's going to be it for me here on Sticky Rice Studios. Signing off, and we'll see you guys next time.